Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hi.
to Roleplaying Rapscalions episode 2.
3.
I have-
No, 2. Fuck. 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2. That's
Sorry,
we
I
got-
forgot episode 0 was a thing.
we have approximately 5 views on our YouTube channel, so we're really starting it out with a bang. But
Mhm.
I'm not salty at all. This is fine.
We have how many YouTube channels?
We have 5 views.
Oh,
right.
I mean,
All of
We
them are
have-
from us.
which is a bit
I'm
sad
assuming.
because it means that not even all of us watched all of our videos.
I mean, I definitely didn't watch the last one, sorry.
Ah,
How
I
could
watched
you?
it. I did
I
fall
didn't.
asleep watching
I
it, but I
edited
watched
it, so I know it way too well.
I was
I
examining,
genuinely fell
so I
asleep
have an
watching it, which makes
excuse.
me feel bad, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes.
I just need someone in this group to watch it to make sure I didn't screw up the editing.
I watched it. You did great.
I know, thank you,
Woo!
Jen.
Granted, I
Appreciation
did-
noises.
I did fall asleep, so you could have fucked up severely, and I wouldn't be able to tell you. Anyway, let's get started.
Just a
we don't
quiet
have
fuck up
Hannah
so it
here
didn't
today,
wake you up.
so
No,
Yay.
You're gonna have to put up with one less of our
I
wonderful
don't mean
dulcet
it. She's
voices.
fine. Yeah, and I don't have to mute Ed and Hannah as much this
Right,
session,
let's
hopefully.
let's get this party started. Look,
She gets her own special episode to make up for it, maybe.
she gets her own special episode.
No, she'll get
Wow.
like a whole half an episode to explain why she's not here in the story, because I'm a smart
I figure her excuse is that she was just off super villaining while we were being superheroes, so she
Okay,
can just
this
like
is a
escape
plot.
out the back.
Where we last left off. I'm assuming we're starting from there, or are we going from somewhere else?
We are starting from where we last left off. You guys were kidnapped. We
What?
assume
Wait, what?
you're all knocked unconscious. You guys should listen to these episodes.
No,
We
last
were
time I
kidnapped?
remember we were like chilling in the bank, and the police had finally showed up.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
all got knocked unconscious.
Oh,
Really?
I do not remember that part. Sorry.
Did you add it in as like an audio clip at the
No,
end?
I spoke it aloud in this chat.
Are you sure this
Everyone
seems like
was
some
dead.
Mandela effect type shit? Because none of us remember that.
Now it's just, we're tired, but school's over now, so we can actually have brain cells this time.
Good job,
Yeah.
us.
Brain cells? What are those?
Okay, where we last left off, you guys had all been knocked unconscious just as the police showed up. Yeah?
So we can assume we've been kidnapped.
You could assume that very easily, yes.
Especially since you just said we were kidnapped.
Exactly. Okay.
Fiddle.
So I'm gonna actually log on to Roll20. I didn't even have the
I haven't
doc
done
open
that
until
yet.
2 minutes
Hold on,
ago.
give me a second. I'll do it while we talk.
Okay. You guys all wake up.
Oh
Um,
shit, look at that.
Your head hurts a bit, but you don't seem to be sick or anything. You seem absolutely fine. Maybe.
Are we in the same place?
Yes, apart from
Okay.
the person in a huge pink ball gown you guys all saw because she was in a pink ball gown. She's not there. You assume there's a reason for that. There's absolutely. It's not that she couldn't come to this session, so we just did it without her.
Oh gee, wonder where that person in a huge pink ball gown went.
Who knows? So you all wake up in a very comfortable office, completely alone, and that's about it. The chairs are nice. There's this white fancy desk in front of you with a laptop on it, which has its back to a window, and through that window you see the skyline and the city below you. You're in deduce that you're in like some sort of skyscraper, etc. You all
Okay.
also
Recognize the
notice.
city?
Yes, it's the city you live in, Sylphland.
The city you live in, the city of angels.
Thank you.
Greta, you
Sorry.
can sing.
Sorry, I was just
And-
vibing.
Thank you. You're not tied up. You can move freely. This
That's a nice change.
office is empty. What do you do?
Is
There's also
there
like a bunch of
the
people you
cat?
don't know next to you.
Is it all of
Cat.
the people in the back?
No, wait, because I know Maeve.
You know Maeve. Okay, you two know each other. You don't know.
Oh.
There's two other people you don't know next to you, and Maeve.
Oh, okay.
Maeve, baby, hi, how you doing?
Hi. Shit. What's your character's name?
Fuck you!
Sorry.
Genesis.
It's Genesis.
Okay.
Go
Hi,
fuck
Genesis.
yourself at me. Maeve, what the hell? You
That was out of character. I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry, Jen.
Another important thing to note, Maeve, is you can't feel Amarante that well.
Ooh.
She is there, certainly, at the back of your head, but you are having trouble kind of connecting to her. And she, usually you hear, like, her voice, right, in your head?
Basically.
When she wants to talk to you, she'll just speak in your head. This time, it's more like she's sending pulses of emotion or ideas towards you instead of any fully formed words.
Oh, what the fuck?
That sounds
That's
not
interesting.
dope, my dude. That sounds like you're
and
straight
you're
up not having
currently
a good time right now.
unable to be possessed by her.
Ooh.
Damn it, that was my
Spicy.
first course of action. I was gonna be like, hey, let's use this godly perception.
Yeah, so,
shit,
what do you do?
okay.
You're
May-
chilling in this office with a bunch of people.
I want
do
to
some
know if the cat is
icebreakers.
there. Cat.
Amelia's doing her god thing, except not really, because she can't be
I'm really
possessed.
not.
There's no cat.
Damn it.
The cat will come back, I promise, just not now.
Yeah.
Petition?
Oh.
Petition for Igo? Yep, that's the name.
Yes. Hello.
To make a cat out of plants just to
Oh, that's
okay,
cute. Are there any plants in the room?
so like a
No.
little cactus
Can
in the
we
corner.
stop
Aw,
with the fucking cat?
I'm sorry.
No.
You guys are in a what room? Roleplay now.
Let's do some icebreakers.
Ask about the cat in character.
Okay.
Wait, so we all have to be in character now?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a not D&D game. That's how it works.
Holy shit. What? Who the fuck are all of you guys, and when the hell did we get here?
Hi, Genesis. It's good to see you again.
Okay, well, I know one person here. Who the hell are the rest of you?
I'm Aigu. I just came here from the Midwest, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Is this like normal for the city? Do you just kind
I
of
mean,
Was everyone else just in the bank before this?
I don't know how poor the rest of y'all are, but I'm not coming to the bank that often, so I wouldn't know.
okay?
Do
So
you
no.
remember anything about how we got there? All I can remember is just passing out.
I remember fighting with someone. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember what happened in the bank?
Yeah, there was
You do.
there were two ladies and they were hot but kind of scary and we were fighting them.
Sorry, who are you?
Who are you addressing?
Isaac. But I can't say that because I don't know who he is.
You can say, I ask Isaac, who are you?
I asked
You.
Isaac.
Okay.
Sorry, who are you?
The dude who created a whirlwind of glass.
Ooh, yeah, you're responsible for that weird glass thing, right?
That was pretty cool,
Do
actually.
you know how dangerous that is? You could have gotten us all killed, but you know what? That's not important.
Genesis, listen, we were all kind of in a life or death situation anyway. Who knows what those weirdos would have done to us?
Well, I don't know, man. Just what the hell's going on? Where are we?
An office?
Yeah.
An office.
Without a cat.
Do you guys move around? Are you still chilling
Yeah,
in these chairs?
Whose office?
Oh, we're
Okay,
in
I
chairs.
stand up.
Yeah,
I
you're
stand
in
up.
chairs. Facing this desk.
I stand up.
Cool. You do that.
What's in this office, Luke? Like a desk?
Yeah, it's quite a plain office. There's a white desk. It's got some drawers in it. There's a laptop on the desk that's closed, and there's a big window behind the desk showing a
With the
very nice
skyline.
view of this city.
Are there photos around here? Are there post-it notes? Is there anything?
No.
Yo, Isaac.
There's drawers on the desk if you want to do some.
I want to look at the drawers. I have 2 moves, and then it's someone else's turn, right?
Well, no, we're not in combat right now, so you can just do
Okay.
whatever.
I want to look at the drawers.
In
Guys,
the drawers.
come help me look at the drawers.
Can I look at the computer actually? Because I'm quite good at technology stuff, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm good at snooping through other people's
Okay.
shit. I'm gonna look at the drawers.
So Jen, you're looking through the drawers. You
I
open
sure
the
am,
drawers. Inside, there are some normal officey things. There's a ball of rubber bands, some pens, some
Okay.
scissors. There's a stapler, one of those cool staplers that's really long.
Oh, dope.
There's a hole punch, just a bunch of office. What's the word for it? There's a word for it.
Stationery.
Yeah, thank you. Some very expensive looking highlighters. There's a fountain pen, which looks like it costs like $600. It's
What a
very
I steal the fountain pen.
pretty. Okay. But there isn't any papers or anything revealing.
Okay.
Mm.
Melia, you're looking through, trying opening up the laptop, yeah?
I don't actually know computer stuff, so just
Who has the best technology check here?
mine is I have
Quickly checking the names of the NPCs I've invented. Keep talking.
yeah, so I have 4. I don't actually in real life know much technology stuff, but pretend my character
You've got
is
a
doing
10.
pretend my character is doing her very best at login, but kind of sucking.
Okay. You're trying to. So the laptop opens. There's the picture, like the background of the screensaver is a selfie of 2 women. One's
Aw.
dark skinned with bright green hair. And she's
Dope.
hugging this other very nerdy looking science woman, and they're
Rude.
kind of smiling at the camera.
Aw, are they
And
science
it says
lesbians?
admin. And
Relationship
it
goals.
says admin enter password. So do you want to try to hack into this laptop or guess the password?
Yes.
Can we
I'm
guess the
rolling
password?
technology for you. I'm sorry. You got a 29. Okay. I can't. You don't
She
guess
guesses
the password.
It's
You just
gay,
kind of.
and then you get
Hack.
it.
She computer hacks.
You do some very cool looking stuff with this password, and you're open on the desktop of this laptop. And
Dope.
just as you're kind of reading over it, the door opens. And
All right.
do you want to react
I
to
just-
that?
Yes. Do I have any dead things on me?
You have those 3 flyers.
Fuck's sake. Is there a way I can access dead things?
You have 3 dead
You
flies.
could kill me, and then I could be dead.
The moment I get out of this office, I'm gonna do my damn best to just obtain as many dead things as possible.
Do any of you guys want to react to this woman walking in? She's looking down on some papers she's holding, so she hasn't noticed you yet.
I'm kind of useless, so I'm just gonna duck under the
Do I
desk.
have any, like, weapons or shit on me?
I don't know, do you?
Do I still have that glass that I was the sword? Fucking sword?
No, you don't
Amelia
have.
gave me a sword.
If you have something that you have carried around with you before, like I don't know, paperclip, you can justify that, but no, you don't have the glass on you.
Oh, shit.
Theoretically, I could stab
what's
her in
the
the
sharpest-
throat with
what-
the fountain pen.
What's the sharpest thing in the drawer thing?
Like
The
a
stapler?
letter opener.
There's a
Okay.
stapler gun.
While y'all are trying to
I
stab
grabbed
this
this-
woman,
I
I'm gonna
get-
say hi.
Yeah,
I get
good
the
plan.
stapler gun. I get the stapler gun and put myself in defensive position.
Okay. You're gonna say hi?
Hi. Sorry to bother you, but we just kind of showed up in your office. Is this okay?
She looks up and she's like, "Oh, good. You guys are awake."
Is
And
this okay?
hacking
Sorry,
into my laptop.
Igos,
Uh-huh.
what the hell do you mean, is this okay? We've
Well,
just
I
been
don't know.
kidnapped.
Yes,
know,
I
she's the
apologize for the unorthodox transportation.
You mean the
But this-
kidnapping? Yeah, you're talking about the kidnapping. We were kidnapped.
You
I'm
could
sorry
call
for
it that.
violating your
Do
privacy.
you have something
Is
you
the
want
lady
to
who
say?
walked in? Is the lady who walked in one of the ladies on the computer
Yeah,
screen?
she is dark skinned. She has moss green hair, according to my notes.
Aw,
That's
cute.
pretty hot.
You can't tell if
Everything
it's
hot.
natural or not.
Okay, can I
and
compliment
actually,
her
is
hair?
there
I
some
like
sort
your
of
hair.
is there some sort
Your hair
of
is pretty cool.
society check?
Society check.
Society.
Let's
We live in a
take-
society.
No,
Wow.
bro.
Everyone
you
make
live
an
in a
insight
society.
check.
I live in a farm. Luke, can you roll for me? Because my computer's
Yeah.
being a little bitch.
I will insight. I'm rolling for Flora right now.
Hello.
Oh, my
You're-
insight check
23.
was 1.
Rip.
Okay.
You're 23,
Odyssey.
so
Insight. What did everyone get? Anyone who got over 15, so that's
Beep.
and Jen and Amelia. You two actually recognize this woman. She's the
What?
CEO of the charity organization Heroic. Her name is Jay Sparse, and she is a billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Oh my god.
No.
that's pretty hot.
What an icon.
No, it's
No,
not.
she's
hot.
the CEO of a very famous charity who, according to my notes, sorry, I've got lots of tabs open. Who's a charity for those whose powers do not allow them an adequate standard of living. So basically, it's Heroic raises money. It's like Make-A-Wish, I guess, or just for people who have superpowers that aren't cool, that make their life worse. Like,
It's a cool concept. I like that,
Yeah.
actually.
so she's very
Spicy.
famous, her and her fiance, and she's standing in front of you, looking a little ashamed. What do you do?
I walk closer to her, still slightly in defensive position, still got my stapler gun if needs be, but not as intimidatingly as I would normally.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, because you're
And
so
I
into
say,
Beep.
"Excuse
Carry
you."
We've been
carry on.
screwing up a lot more than usual. Continue. Jen.
Oh,
I don't mean to be rude, but is there any reason that we're here and that you couldn't have just asked us to come here?
Yeah, well, you see, if we'd left you there, you would have been arrested like the other ones. There's rules about being vigilantes, and you're being quite vigilante-y. And so we figured it would be best to take you here and have a little chat. Please take a seat. And don't stop hacking into my stuff.
I take a
sorry
seat.
for
I take a seat and I'm still holding the stapler gun.
Okay.
You can put that down if you want.
Well,
Or you could hold on to it.
I don't
Either
want to.
Okay. And she
sorry
sits
for
down
violating. Oh,
at the desk. What do you want to say?
I want to talk to her and be like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for violating your privacy, but not to burst your bubble or anything, but without vigilanteing, we were trying to stop a legitimate crime from occurring.
Yeah,
I
I don't know if you realize, but there were a lot of unconscious / dead people in there. I would know. I was almost one of them.
Treated them. And we thank you for that. We're not saying the system is correct. It's just, you're not really meant to be doing that sort of stuff without the proper license.
That is true.
So we
What is
took you out of
Isaac
that
doing?
situation.
Isaac has been
Appreciated.
hiding in the corner the whole time.
So she sits
Yeah.
down behind the desk and goes, so if you would all take a seat, I can explain some things to you.
In my
Okay,
seat.
please do.
Young sir, Isaac, is it? I'm Jace
Isaac
Bass.
promptly sticks his tongue out from the corner and continues his weird convulsion motion things. That's just
Well,
he's
that's
kind of having
not
a
normal.
panic attack.
Or you
Not
could
that-
stay.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you need some assistance? We have licensed therapists here. Sorry, I'm not that great with people. I'm more of the business side of things.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
You can stay there for as long as you need, as long as you're listening to this big speech I have prepared. I'm very excited. So you're ready? Because I've
I'm
got this memorized. I'm a little
Ready to
nervous. We haven't
find
done
out
this in a
why
while.
I was kidnapped.
Here at Heroic, we have, well, bigger ambitions, if you will. Of course, you've heard of our superhero team, Stabilize. Yes. Have you heard of Stabilize? This is your DM asking.
I sure have.
Oh.
They're one of the.
They're like the Avengers of this world. They saved the world. They live here. They're sponsored by Heroic, kind of.
They're pretty cool dudes.
They're pretty
Zach
chill.
has not heard of them.
Okay.
Well, that sucks for Zach.
Wait.
Well,
Okay.
we also have some less public teams designed to do more covert things. If you choose to accept a position here, then you will be our new recovery team, sent to, well, recover stolen or lost information. If you decline, your memory will be wiped and you'll be sent back to your normal lives. Any questions?
Right.
Do we
Why
get
us?
paid?
Cake?
Right.
There will be cake.
There will be cake.
Yes!
Will there be money?
Yes, we will, of course, compensate you for any work you do.
Why
Right.
us? Why us?
We have had our eyes on a few of you for a while. We apologize for the other member of your soon-to-be team not being here. She had a few things we needed to sort out.
Is she in jail?
No.
Oh,
Ball
God,
gown?
wait.
Not yet.
I wish Hannah was here so she could tell us the pronouns for Charlotte this episode. We'll just go with she.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only been like, what, 2 hours? It doesn't
Oh,
flip
okay.
that quickly. So, well, yes, but she'll be joining you soon. You will get monetary compensation. You'll only be working about once every month, so we won't impede on your normal lives. And as a plus, you will get actual legal right to be vigilantes, so you can do your normal jobs if you do that legally without the police like hounding you. But
Could I ask something?
of course, Genesis.
Ooh. First of all, how do you know my name? And I guess that answers my question. Which of us have you had your eye on? Because that's definitely not disconcerting at all.
We keep an eye on most vigilantes and low-level criminals to see if any of them are useful for our cause. Any superheroes or people with powers are, of course, important to our organization. And we found a few of you interesting.
Right. I've just got 2 questions.
Uh-huh.
So first of all, when you were describing what our job description would be, what do you mean by lost or stolen information?
Well, how do we explain this?
Information that is lost or stolen, I would assume.
Yes, but how do we deal with that?
Heroic has a lot of fingers in many pies.
Disgusting.
You have our charity.
That's
You
a really
have our
disgusting
charity
one.
work, but there are other researchers we'd like to delve into. You will, of course, heard of my fiance, Judy.
I sure have.
Have
Yes.
you?
I have.
Excellent.
have-
She
I have
is
not.
She's a sciencey person.
Yes, she's the
Isn't
current
she
head.
the face of the organization?
No, she's one of the top most developers. Let's see, what did I actually write? She's the head engineer of Heroic. So And they kind of, well, they didn't. This thing, charity's been around for a while, but those two are kind of pioneering it into new lights.
Okay. Cool.
And she says, well, Judy has a lot of classified information, blueprints, research that often our competitors, though I don't like to say the word competitors, we are a charity, like to get their hands on. For instance, one of our teams recently had to recover the blueprints for some prosthetics we've been developing for people to support people whose powers make life a little difficult. Did you know there's one lady who has to live in a wheelchair because her body is actually made of squid and she's a jellyfish? It's quite cool, like literally floppy.
That sounds like
That.
Okay, forget
awesome.
the cat. I want to come meet this woman.
That's like biologically
Never
fascinating.
forget the cat. Never forget the cat. Where's the cat, by the way?
The cat isn't here.
We've already asked this question.
Anyways, can we let sorry, what's that name again? Keep
Jay.
talking. Oh, okay. Can we let Jay keep talking, please?
Yes, well,
What I
I've said my piece. Any questions?
But how do you deal with?
Could we talk to? Okay, go ahead, Maeve.
How do you deal with people who have stolen the information? Are you going to tell me you have some kind of memory? Oh, well, you just answered
we
that
do
question
have,
for me, didn't you?
memory. We don't use it much. Often just you guys, your team would be kind of under the radar. Technically, everything we're getting will either be stealing from people who are evil, villains, or stealing stuff back.
Could we?
But sometimes the government doesn't like it that much. Yes?
Could we talk? Our potential team, in a place that is a little more secluded about whether or not we're going to accept this offer.
Of course, I can leave. There's security cameras here, but they're everywhere. So,
Well, before you do
you have
that,
my word?
Yeah.
I just have one last question.
Yes.
Sorry.
Of course, Maeve. No,
Sorry.
yeah, Maeve.
What did you do with Ame?
It
Why
is-
can't I hear her?
Oh, yes. Look down, and you do, and you notice you are wearing a very thin pair of gloves. And actually, you all are. They're cottony texture. They're almost see-through. That's how thin they are, and they're attached to the wrist. Is kind of attached to your wrist by this very thin band. And she goes, "That's a new technology we've been developing. We didn't know how you'd react to being kidnapped, and we would prefer your powers not to."
Gee, I wonder how normal people react to being kidnapped.
Well, we were kidnapping you humanely. Want some juice? We have that.
Actually,
No thanks.
do you have any coffee?
We do. I'll get our intern or one of our interns to get you some coffee. But yes, if you once you guys have come to your conclusion, we will of course remove the gloves, but we don't know if we can trust you yet. And I am powerless, so this puts us on the same place. We're even now.
Even footing, I think, is the
Yes,
phrase you're looking
thank
for.
you for the phrase.
It's completely unbelievable. How am I supposed to believe that these gloves are able to nullify each of our individual powers, although they could come from completely different sources?
You'd have to ask my fiance about that. I'm not very good at the technology side of the business either. I'm mainly here for deals and helping the children and adults that we help. You wanted privacy, yes? Any more questions before I leave the room and let you duke it
One
out?
question. What kind of equipment would we be obtaining if we were to accept?
Well, you of course will get upgrades on whatever superhero suits you may or may not be using. We want to keep you safe, after all, but we will be trying our best not to, how to say this, attach our name to you. This will be like a secretive thing. So of course we'll give you a few pieces of equipment to help out with whatever specific thing you're doing, but nothing that You'll get given some identifying things, I'm sure. And
Does this mean if we were to get caught, you wouldn't protect us?
oh no, of course we'll protect you. We're not monsters. It's just, we'll make sure no one knows it's us who are protecting you.
Okay.
We have a very good legal team.
How do you plan on preventing those of us who prefer to keep their powers a secret?
Well, you can go under an alias. Okay, I know all your names in a file, but not everyone in the organization does, only a select few. Me, my fiance, a board member. I think that's about it. We try to keep all of our employees happy with the level of secrecy they are permitted to have.
Wow, that's great.
So if
any
you
more
would like
questions, or
your
can we talk?
alias, if you would
let's
like
talk.
your alias to remain secret, then that is up to you. I will leave you now and get started on that coffee, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Goodbye.
She's very eager to please us. It makes
she
me
left.
seem like it makes her seem like she has a job that she really wants us to do.
Just what the cat.
Oh my god.
Not about the frickin' cat. Can you move on from the frickin' cat?
Oh.
Can you tell I'm a dog person?
Okay, guys, what do you think? I'm down because I need some money, but I don't
I'm
have any
thinking
right now.
I'm trying to pay my way through uni, but I'm also thinking that this is a real dodgy practice and they're keeping stuff under the covers, and I'm worrying about the morality of this. Then again, if they don't make me do it, someone else will do it. So I'm saying go for it because I'm poor.
Okay.
I guess.
That was a lot of information.
I wish I could make this decision consulting Ame because, she is just as much of a stakeholder in this as I am. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Well, she's
Ame
gonna
is
have
the-
to put up with your decision. I understand why you'd ask that, but why you'd think that, but it's not. I mean, I suppose you could ask.
I
I don't think
can't.
I don't think
Ask
they'd
Jay.
accept though. Ask Jay. That's what I meant.
Amelia, you could probably ask Ame. You just wouldn't get a plain yes or no. You would get like a burst of yeah, that's a good idea, or I hate everything about this. Please don't. It's
Yeah,
more feeling
'cause
at this point. She's not gone.
Communicating through electrical pulses, right? 2 pulses for yes, 1 pulse for no.
So if you wanted to, you could think, should we do this? And you could get an answer from her. She's just unable to hold a conversation. Whose dog is that?
That isn't my dog. I am so sorry. Give me 2 seconds.
Amelia?
Yeah. I'm getting a very vague vibe of maybe. I guess I'm in. I need the money.
Who else hasn't had an opinion yet?
I'm
I think it's
broke,
just
but
I think we're all in agreement that as long as the pay's good, we'll do it.
nope. Because these glove things are not helping with my panic attack. Also, can I pull them off? Like, does
No.
that work?
They're secured by this band around your wrist.
And I can't use my powers.
You cannot use your powers.
I pull the knife I have in my shoe out and try to cut them off.
Okay, make a strength check.
Many apologies. A lot of issues are coming through from my end.
It's all good.
Me too.
Anyway,
What did you get?
Me too.
sorry. What did Amelia get?
No, Ed's trying to break the band. Yeah, you managed to crack it. It's not like come off, but you have a weakened access to your powers right now from you just kind of stabbing at this thing with a knife, which I'm letting you have because I'm really nice. So you can use powers, you're just not. All checks will be a lot higher.
Okay.
Okay, but
Can
Isaac, what is the purpose of this step? Like, do you want to leave?
Pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
Isaac is not
So you
having a
don't
good
want
time.
to.
And as you guys are doing that, Jay pops her head back in and she's like, are you guys done?
No, not quite yet.
Okay, I was
And
just asking if you wanted the bracelets and gloves removed. I can do that if it will make you more comfortable.
That
Thank
would be
you, that would be
great.
wonderful.
Okay, she takes out a little remote and presses something, and they don't come off, nothing changes, but you feel your powers come back. She's like, they'll be removed properly once we come to a decision. I just thought it might be causing you a bit of anxiety, I guess. It is, I don't know what having powers is like, so I can't really tell how important having them is.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Maeve, you can ask Ame now, right? Properly?
Yes. And I am still hearing a very, very vague maybe. Oh, yep, that's more information than I needed in my head. All right. I guess there are more benefits than negatives.
Excellent. So you guys are in?
I'm in.
That's all
Isaac?
I needed to hear.
I have one condition.
Is it the cat?
Yep, it's the cat.
Oh, you
Oh,
met the
fuck.
cat. Yes.
Is the cat attached to this organization?
He's not
Cat is a spy.
attached. He's just a person we know. You will probably get an opportunity to meet the cat again if you join us. If that weakens the deal.
I'm
I
all
didn't
in.
know. I didn't actually know if he was in the bank. He appears sometimes.
An out of character question.
Yeah?
What actually happens if I say no to this?
Your memory gets wiped.
Like, is that it?
Your memory gets wiped, and you can either choose to keep playing but not part of the organization, which will be hard, or make a new character who's already part of the organization and continue with the plot.
Basically, you can either choose to make Luke's life real difficult, or you can not do that.
If you say no, we're going to have a conversation about where your character goes from here, because, you know, I was kind of banking on all of you saying yes.
Well, I'm saying yes, because I'm not a bad person.
Oh, thank you. But, like, you can say no as long as you have a plan on how to keep playing while not being part of the thing that I'm hoping you're going to be a part of, because that's the plot.
Please say yes. It makes way more sense.
It wasn't for my character.
Your
Okay,
character's broke. She hands you a piece of paper with the number of money you're gonna get. It's a lot. I'm not sure US money.
Are we all
and
getting
I
paid the
feel
same
like
amount?
you say that all the time. It's an amount of money and it's a lot.
it's a stupendous amount of money.
Oh, wow.
Are
Well,
She's
we
like,
yeah.
that will
going
be
to
your
be-
monthly salary. If
Are
that
we monthly?
Monthly?
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
then
Are we all getting paid the same amount? This is just
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There'll be
okay.
bonuses if you do something extra impressive, but that will be like you guys going and getting it done.
That
Isn't that the goal?
okay.
Mm.
What are we thinking, Isaac? Because the rest of us are all in.
The cat will be there at some point.
Please say yes, is what we're
Can
trying to
I
say.
bail out later?
Of course, we will wipe your memory, but you can bail out. It's not like this is some sort of cult or anything. And she looks at Maeve when she says that, kind of rudely.
and I just look very uncomfortable.
How much does this person know about us?
Well,
Can we ask to read the files? What's your name
Oh.
again? Sorry.
Jay.
Jay, can we read the files about us just for privacy's sake?
I'm just a
Um,
narcissist. I want to know what you'll think of me.
I mean, not right now. I don't have them with me. They're not saved on my laptop. We're not stupid. We're not going to just put confidential information right there, but I could probably get access to them for you.
Okay.
Wow, what a
That's all
nice
I need.
person.
we want all our employees to be happy.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent.
So, Isaac, have you made a decision? Isaac?
Isaac, you alive, buddy?
Cake.
I'll
Yeah,
take that
didn't
as a
we
yes.
said we had cake.
Okay.
We can take that as a yes, I think.
She pulls out her cell phone. It's a very smart-looking cell phone. I don't know anything about technology. She's rich, okay? That's all you need to know. And she calls someone and goes, "Hello? Yes, they've agreed. Can you come up and collect them and give them the tour? Thank you, you're
get
an
a
angel."
tour.
Off. They hurt.
The bracelets?
Hmm.
Oh yes, of course. I can't take them off myself. But my fiance can, and you'll be meeting her in a second. She's my fiance.
Oh, she's so excited about her wife. That's so cute.
Oh, that's just. Mm.
Isaac
You know how to
smashes the
please us,
chair.
Luke.
And well, as she says that, there's a knock on the door, and in comes a new person. They are wearing a yellow sundress underneath a white lab coat with protector goggles pushed up into the hair, which is
Pissed.
dyed a wonderful display of rainbow colors. And
This is
I'm
nerdy
finding...
girl. This is nerdy science girl from laptop.
No, actually.
What?
Wait, the laptop wasn't those people? Oh no.
No, this isn't the person from the laptop. And Jay says, "Oh, thank you, Lilo. This is one of our interns, Lilo. My fiance is very proud of them. They've been working up the company ladder, as they say, and they'll give you a tour." And Lilo smiles at you and goes, "Hi, I guess you're the new recruits?"
Isaac
Yeah, I-
smashes a chair.
That's fair.
What the hell?
Would you like to come with me? I can show you around.
Sure.
I guess you'd like to
Okay,
get to lab first and get those bracelets off. They're quite uncomfortable.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Excellent.
Yes,
Follow me. And they lead you down some confusing maze of white corridors. So you guys, I saw what you did at the bank. It was pretty cool.
Thanks.
Okay.
Do you work as a scientist or are you a recruit
Yes,
as well?
I help Judy with her inventions. I do a lot of the knit, fancy, finicky work. I'm technically an intern. I'm getting my PhD, but they're like 28, you would say. But they say, yeah, and it's a great internship. They actually pay you money. Can you believe it? And
I mean, they're
Judy's
pretty rich, so yeah, I'd assume so.
Judy's, she's the head of her field. It's an honor to work under her. And they get to a door, and they're like, just in here. And they open it, and they open the door and say, "Hey, Judy." And inside is the woman from the laptop. She's
Well,
the nerdiest person you have ever seen. She's wearing a sweater vest. She's got a lab coat on. Her hair's done into pigtail plaits. She's got a very large pair of safety glasses on, and she's bending over something. And she goes, "Oh, hi! Hey, guys! You
That's
must be the
very
new
cute.
recruits."
That's very cute.
I'm trying to get her voice right. You must want those bracelets off. They're a nightmare, I know. Come over here and I'll get them off for you right away.
Does she have powers? That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys go over to her?
Yes.
I sure do. I'm trying to get these bracelets off.
And she just fiddles with them a bit, pulls a hidden lever, and they spring off. And she pulls off.
Do we see the lever? Do we see her pull the lever, or is it
No.
like?
Okay. She just kind of takes your hand, fiddles around with it, and the bracelet kind of clicks open, and now you can take off the gloves.
This is fascinating technology. How did you develop this?
Thank you. It was a lot of research, which is kind of why you're here, but we'll get into that later. But basically, we've been trying to find out the origin of the powers, and from what we got, we managed to find out ways to suppress the part of the brain that controls powers. So we're not taking them away, we're just making you unable to use them, if that makes sense. That's why when you were talking, you could still feel Maeve because she's in your head. We were just pushing down the part of your brain that could translate what she was trying to say into words.
You mean Ame?
Ame, yes. Sorry, names are hard. Yes, you, Maeve. So welcome to the lab. We have a few things that need to get done. Would you like... Should we start? Costumes or cool tech?
Do you have any dead things? I work well with those.
Yeah. What do you want?
Small works really well. Venomous, generally things that can fly.
We have some mice. Snake that's currently being cryo-frozen. He died. I'm really upset about it. We were using him for some fun training experiments to see what you could teach a snake.
I hope that was humane.
Of course it was. We're a humane company. He was called Arnold. We loved him a lot. Old age and all that. I raised him as a baby.
Oh, how sweet.
I know.
Might not.
Would you happen to have any dead wasps or anything? That'd be.
Lilo, do we have any dead wasps? And Lilo kind of pulls out a piece of paper. They pull out their phone and scroll through it for a bit and goes, we could get some dead wasps. And
any rats with the plague?
We have some rats. We don't have the Black Plague on us, that would be stupid.
You maybe give me a little time, I can probably go to some forest or something and get some dead things. And then, if you please, you can probably give them some poisonous qualities. That'd be
Of course. We'll start developing some poison animal giver technology for you right away.
Great, thanks. That's amazing.
You're welcome. So costumes, I know you guys, some of you are already vigilantes, though I can't remember which ones, so you have some base costumes for us to work off. We're basically just going to be vamping you up, giving you some, camo, stealth versions, how it is.
That's interesting.
I know, we don't want to take over your, aesthetic, but we do want you to not die, and you won't believe what some of the people here think real costumes are.
Ooh.
Honestly, you can't fight in spandex. It's impossible. So who wants to start? It is. Genesis?
I'll start.
Cool. Do you have a costume in mind?
I do not. Whatever you think would be most effective for me.
Okay. Classic superhero or something more avant-garde? And she's pulling up a laptop and you can see a 3D figure of a person, and she's going through some options and she's like, we'll print these out for you. 3D print, we'll make them, don't worry about it.
I have an idea.
You can basically decide what if you want. Yes, Isaac.
You should have a really cool black leather trench coat, and it has a whole bunch of pockets to store dead things.
We could get you some dead thing pockets.
Basically, anything that allows me to store as many dead things as possible would be ideal. Design-wise, I'm not much of a fashionista, and you seem like a very stylish person, so I'll let you take the reins here.
Jay
I am not
what I wear. It's fine. She's one of those fancy, minimalistic people.
Oh, that aesthetic is just so hard to pull off. Out of character, I am not flirting with the cool boss lady's fiance. I'm just trying to get a cool costume.
Okay. So
I can feel you all judging me.
Pockets. I can do pockets. Who's next? And she gets a sticky note and writes pockets on it and sticks it to the top of the computer.
Awesome. I get pockets and dead things. This is a dream come true.
Isaac. Do you have a costume already that we can just vamp up a bit?
You already have a complete costume.
Excellent. Well, do you have it on you?
No, it's at home. I
Okay,
didn't
well,
take it to the bank.
Well, we
we'll-
were not planning on getting kidnapped, that's for sure.
we'll send someone over to collect it and just add some armor, probably some cool special effects, make sure you're not going to die. We have a big policy on not dying here at Heroic.
Now, that's something I can get behind.
And she looks at her phone again and goes, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry, and points to you, Flora.
Okay.
You? Oh, that's fun. That's a fun name. Do you have a
no.
costume already?
No, she's one of those white people.
No, sorry. I just came here. I don't know. I wasn't aware that I had any powers.
You have a leg made of trees.
Okay.
She's got you there, mate.
I meant like applicable to government stuff. I didn't think that through.
That's fair. Any ideas? We can whip something up for you.
Something practical, something that could probably hide the fact that I'm reliant on my plant leg.
Something to hide the leg. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And she takes a few more notes. Who's next? You, Maeve. Do you and Ame have an idea?
Well, basically when Ame uses my body to fight and stuff, like her plasma, I guess, it just kind of covers my body and makes me basically unrecognizable. So I've basically got an entire costume right there, and it's really useful to be able to just kind of have that happen on the go and not have to bring anything with me, actually.
It's not plasma, but I get your point.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
okay. We could. Then you don't need anything. So we'll move on to the next bit. And she takes out a case and opens it, and in it you can see 3 rings with a unique symbol that I am going to sketch out, but can't remember where I wrote the description for, so I'll describe it later on them.
Sounds festive.
And she goes, these will be how you communicate. Actually, no, I lied. They don't have a symbol on them. They're completely blank. I forgot about that. But there's a specific symbol that I remember. I meant to describe at some point, but I'll do it later. And she goes, this is how you guys are going to communicate with each other and us. You just put the ring on your your pinky. Yes, that's the right finger. And you know how sometimes you pretend to talk into a phone and you use your thumb and your pinky finger?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that and it will work like a real phone. And that's how we'll communicate. It will heat up and kind of vibrate, so you can actually wear it on your neck if you want, but you're going to have to hold it up to your ear, and it's a little weird. So this way, it just looks like you're playing around. And it will also communicate to our agents out in the field that you're like part of our team without anyone who doesn't know what they mean knowing you're part of our team. And they're really cool. I got the idea from this book I read. So here you go. And she
Thank you
has
very much.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
How much of our typical conversations would be recorded, presumably for like legal purposes or?
Oh, we won't record them.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Well,
I
will we record them? No, we don't. I will take notes on what you do, but we won't be able to see what you're doing, so it will kind of just be like, called them up for mission, etc. They said a bad word. But we won't actually be recording any conversations because, we don't want anyone to know that you're part of our group. That's the whole point
don't
of the
believe
group.
that. I don't say that out loud, but I so don't believe that.
Any other questions?
So they're
No.
only able to communicate when it's like you call someone up.
You see, you can twist the little head of the ring bit, and that will switch it from the public channel, I guess, which communicates with us, to the private one, which will just be between your group, in case you don't want to bombard us with calls when you're doing something covert or just want to chat or whatever.
Wait, that would mean
Um,
that it's always on and that people are always listening.
well, no, you actually have to talk into it. It like picks up when you're doing the specific hand motion. It's really cool. So like if you're pretending to call someone on the phone, yeah, it will start picking up what you're saying. But I would assume you remember, just don't do that unless you want to talk to us.
All right. Sure. I
You're
take the ring and put it on.
killing the potential for you guys to end up being bad. Like,
Huh?
you're really saving your asses right here.
I don't
Yeah,
understand what you mean.
I keep thinking that you guys are gonna end up being like big bad villain fellas, but like y'all seem so innocent.
Oh, thank you. Well, we've all done things we regret in our lives.
Oh my
But-
god, no! I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, okay.
I was just explaining what
Okay.
Cora meant.
I didn't say that out loud either. I said that as a DM in my head. That was me, out of character.
Okay, cool. Are we moving on?
Can we?
I mean, if you want to, I will, of course, prepare technology that you may need on specific missions, but we're trying not to give anything out. A lot of people will be able to recognize my work, and we don't want that to happen. If you ever get captured or kidnapped or killed or maimed, or I'll just stop talking. Goodbye.
Okay. Wait. Do we have a first mission?
Not right now. Well, we've got one in the works, but it's not time for you to start it. And your last team member is currently being talked to. So, you know, you will soon. Your
Okay.
missions will only be about once a month. It's not like a day job or anything. We don't want to impose on your life too much. So it's just, you have to go save the president and no one can know it's us. That sort of thing. Lilo, do you want to continue the tour? I need to stay here and finish my magnet gun. It shoots magnets. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. And
That
Lilo
sounds
smiles and says,
festive.
yeah, sure. I'll show you guys the cafeteria.
Awesome.
Their
And-
cake?
There's cake in the cafeteria if you want some. It's cheesecake, which isn't my favorite, but it's cheesecake day, so
Damn, I love cheesecake. Let's go.
And they lead you out into. Oh, by the way, Lilo's pronouns are they them. Not sure
Yeah,
if you
no, I
caught that.
picked up. I
Cool.
picked up on that.
Excellent. They
Lilo,
lead
like
you.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yes, exactly like Lilo and Stitch.
Ah,
That's
Is
where I got
doing
the name.
great.
Lilo and Stitch non-binary?
No,
Or am I
just
okay,
like
cool.
the name.
That's valid.
It's just a very cute.
And
Did you
they
know
lead
that
you
Lilo
down-
actually means lost? That's what the name means. Sorry,
Yeah,
no
I
one cares.
know.
Continue.
They lead you down a few more hallways, and they're like, you'll get used to it. You learn where everything is. I feel like they designed this place specifically to confuse me, but it's fine. They have maps. And they
I
lead
like
you in.
this.
Yeah?
I like your sundress, Lilo.
Oh, thank you. It's not new. It's secondhand, but hey,
Aw, we
I
love
thought it was
sustainable
pretty.
fashion.
Thank you. They lead you into a very large cafeteria, and there's like a what's the word? In cafeterias where all the food is and people serving it.
Buffet?
Buffet. Yeah, there's a buffet at like one end, with a bunch of. It's like 3 p.m. you would assume, but it's all breakfast foods.
What?
So there's
This is my
croissants,
kind of organization.
there's scrambled eggs, there's for some reason chips, some porridge, there's a coffee machine, like a real proper one, as well as one of those fake awful coffee machines. They have 2 coffee machines because they're badass like that. There's waffles, other foods, and around a bunch of tables are people chilling and eating and chatting, and half of them, you would say, are in some sort of superhero costumes. About 75% of them are wearing masks.
Do I
And
recognize
you would
any of them?
Yeah. At one table, there isn't the entire hero group stabilize, apart from
Holy
one
shit.
member, priestess. Who
Really? That's
isn't there.
impressive.
Well, they do work here. They have to have lunch
It's
breaks at
3
some point.
p.m. lunch break?
Well, I don't know.
Can you just
They're chilling here.
imagine? Can you
There's-
imagine the scene at the bank just pausing, and they go on a lunch break, and they just come back and just resume their positions and like press play and just keep on going?
Imagine the Avengers on a lunch break.
There's an entire end credit scene of that.
I know that, but I just like
Okay.
to imagine it sometimes.
Okay, that's fair. There's a few other smaller superhero groups you recognize. One that is specifically like the eco-friendly one.
There's an eco-friendly one? That's adorable.
Please don't talk to them because they haven't made up NPCs yet.
Okay, can
No,
I
it's
talk
fine,
to
you're
them at
allowed
some point?
Yes.
Later, can I
There's
talk to them later?
Yeah. there's a few bodyguards who to hire type stuff. There's other people, a lot of people you don't recognize, and you get the feeling that Heroic has like a lot of secret teams that they don't tell anyone about. And
And I'm
That's-
about to become part of them.
yeah, and Lila says, "Do you guys want some food, or do you want to just look at it?
I want
We could
cake.
go to the gym. You can get some cake. There's cake there, and there's a huge, like 3 huge cheesecakes on the breakfast buffet
I
with the
get.
other breakfast foods.
Is there like an apple? I'm assuming there's fruit here.
Yeah, there's some fruit.
I get like an apple or something and just nom it on the way around.
Someone asked for coffee, right?
That was me, yeah. But you don't need it. I don't.
Oh no,
I don't
it's no
need it.
problem.
Oh
if
my
you want a
God.
cup of coffee, we can get you a
I
cup
go,
of
you're
coffee.
so cute. That's so cute.
That wasn't in character. That was me.
Right.
You guys really need
wait,
character
how-
voices so I can differentiate
okay,
between these things.
Wait, Amelia, could you name a letter of the alphabet, please?
L.
L. Could you pick a different one, please?
F.
F?
I
Did you say F?
said F.
I cannot hear you. Did you say F?
I
She
said
did
F.
say F.
She said F.
Okay, Florida. I don't know what an accent from Florida sounds like, so I'm just gonna
You can do
yeah.
a French accent.
Do something you can sustain. Because all. No, isn't
Oh.
Hannah doing a French accent?
Yeah.
she
Oh,
is.
so it doesn't
You-
make sense for my character to have a French accent.
It doesn't have to be a specific accent, just change your voice
A
slightly.
New Jersey accent.
I
No.
have regretted half the voices I've given to these characters already because my mouth hurts a lot right now.
Okay. Well, is there anything else we should get seeing?
We have the training room if you want to see that.
I would love to see a training room.
Excellent. And anyone want to grab a bagel or something? And they
I just
Yeah,
have
I
half
grab-
of a cheesecake.
I grabbed like a banana or something.
excellent.
I have half a
Nothing.
cheesecake.
All the
and
food
a
is
spoon.
complimentary, of course.
Yeah, I assume so. I'm not paying for this.
Too broke.
How is the food? Like when we start
The
eating
food-
That's
the
why
food
I
is
took the job, because I'm poor.
The food is better than most fancy restaurants you've gone to.
Well,
I'm
I
not
haven't
sure if you've-
gone to many, have I? I'm poor.
It is very good food for a breakfast buffet at a charity organization. You
very
don't
tasty
actually
of it.
know how they got this much money, but they do.
Yeah, how
I'm
much money is
assuming.
going towards the underprivileged people?
Oh, a
that
lot.
have been-
They are. People have done so many think pieces about them, and they're actually quite a good charity. It's a very old charity. It started up like forever ago. Before
do not-
charities were like a thing that people considered a thing. And it's. You also know that Jay, the current CEO, is descended from the guy who invented it. It's like an in-family thing. I'm assuming most organizations are. Are they? Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Probably.
point is, it's a very well-known, very famous. It's like the leading charity. They get the most money ever. And they're also a part business, so they're mostly a charity, but they also sell a lot of their inventions just to people who don't need it, if that makes sense. So they've got a lot of things that are specifically designed to help people who need it because of power reasons, but sometimes they're like, oh yeah, we can tweak this and sell it, and they do, and it goes to military personnel or just people who need a Roomba. They invented the Roomba in this world.
They invented the Roomba? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so much more fond of this company now.
And so they make a lot of money through their technology stuff, and they get a huge amount of donations. And Jay is also
Roomba
a
sales,
billionaire,
apparently.
and her entire family has married rich. So even outside the company, they have a huge amount of money that they pour into this company.
So what I'm hearing is they're massive philanthropic capitalists.
Yeah, they're them owning kind of the superhero team that saved the world from a vague yet menacing threat. Helps a lot. Think the first Avengers movie, but the Avengers were capitalists.
The Avengers are capitalists. Have you seen all of the Iron Man films?
That's fair. The Iron Man films are great, though. I don't care. I will be a bad person just to enjoy them.
I don't think capitalism makes you inherently bad. I
Well-
just think it's... Okay, we're not going to talk about this.
Anyway, yeah, you guys all know Jay and her fiance and all her forefathers, and basically, if you are attached to this company, you're immediately famous.
Except
They're
unless
secret
you're one of the undercover
Unless
people, right?
You're one of the people they have somehow managed to keep secret, probably using their secret memory ray.
So they have one of them, like, Men in Black type situations where they just, like, look
Is
at the
this-
thing.
The point in the podcast, I admit, I have never seen Men in Black.
Okay, well, I'm coming over to your house at some point and you're going to watch Men in Black with me.
Okay, I heard Tessa Thompson is in the new one, so I'll watch it.
What? No, the original. What?
Anyway. No, that might be something else. Let's continue with this game instead of getting distracted. Lilo guides you back through this offices and corridors and boring city organization stuff to another huge gymnasium, which on one side has like a what's the word? Not ropes course.
Climbing wall?
No. A course
just-
full of dangerous things that you have to get
Obstacle
over.
course.
Obstacle course. I know what words are. It's a really cool obstacle course. It's not running currently, but you see spikes and a pit of something that looks like lava and some very tall walls. And on the other side is like normal gym equipment, like treadmills, but the treadmills have terms like Mach 2 and normal fast and fast.
Oh man.
This looks fun. Do we have a training regime that we have to go through or anything?
Lilo goes, no, but they encourage you being physically fit. This gym is open as long as you have one of the rings, and you can come to it any time. There's the Stabilize is the one who uses it most for training and combat stuff. There's an archery ring if anyone uses bows and arrows.
Am I
A few
allowed to
people
hit
do,
on
apparently.
Lilo? Is
You
that
are.
allowed?
You're permitted
Yep.
to hit on Lilo. Lilo
Am I
may not
encouraged-
notice.
Am I encouraged to hit on Lilo?
You know, at that point a while ago when I said I specifically designed a cute NPC for you all
Is
to
it Lilo?
flirt with, it is Lilo.
Dope.
Lilo may not notice you flirting with them, but
Oh,
you
so
are
she's-
certainly
she's-
permitted to.
She's that kind of cute, oblivious character.
They are, yeah.
They are, sorry.
It's all good. And they smile. Go. Anyone want to climb a wall? I'm not really into this. I prefer the technology. I built this cool gun the other day, which was nice.
Hell yeah, I'll climb a wall.
Excellent. Which one? There's multiple walls. This is the
The-
really easy to climb wall and looks like a normal rock climbing wall, and that's the really hard to climb wall, and it looks like it's just a flat surface.
Is it made out of rock?
The
It looks like it's
easiest-
made out of some sort of metal.
The easiest
And it-
one, please.
Okay, that's the climbing wall for babies, and it's a normal climbing wall as well, but
I'm
with
baby.
more holds.
I'm baby, so
Do you want
let's
to climb the
this
climbing wall?
I will make an attempt.
Excellent.
Let's go.
Sorry.
Do I roll for something?
Yeah. How are you? Agility, I guess, to climb
guess
this climbing
so.
wall.
Can you roll for agility for me? Because
I absolutely can. I
thank
just
you.
hiccuped. I need to open up your character sheet.
Oh no.
Agility. Bleep. What did you get? That's a
I
4.
don't know. Oh
You got a
no!
4. You go
No,
to this very the climbing wall labeled climbing wall for babies or whatever I called it, and you do not get up it. You fall. It's rather embarrassing, and Lilo kind of smirks.
You know what? This is why I spend time with dead things. You know, you can't win them all, and apparently I can't win any of them. So it's all good in the hood.
That's the same, obviously. That's about it. I could show you the offices or where you're meant to get all the proper paperwork, but I'm not sure if you guys have paperwork because you're not meant to exist. Yeah.
Wait, are any of the walls made
Yes.
out of actual rock?
No, it's a building. They're made out of building stuff.
Oh, I don't know
the-
if I can.
Climbing walls
Or
seem to be
evil.
made out of plastic.
Damn it! Really?
Lilo pauses and goes, "Oh, right, there's housing. I know sometimes we get people who don't live in great places, so there's dorms if you need them.
That sounds
Just have to
fun.
tell us. You don't have to if you have like a home that you want to live in.
I
But if
live
you
in
don't-
I live in a shitty apartment. And Maeve lives with her 2 uncles.
Mm-hmm.
My uncles are wonderful. It's just I can't always be bothered to worry about, keeping it secret that I'm going out in the middle of the night to fight crime and stuff. So
That's fair.
I'll
That's fair.
consider
I
it.
could take you to the dorms if you want to check them out.
Maybe Maeve and I could room together. It could be cool.
There, yeah, there's like 6 people rooms, there's 2 people rooms, there's 4 people rooms. I think there's one person room, but you're not really meant to use it. I don't know what it's for. Yeah.
Shadowing.
Do you want to check out the dorms or go somewhere else?
I'd love to
Is
check
the
out
rest
the dorms,
of this
actually.
episode just going around the thing?
To
Because
be
we don't
fair,
have
yes, it
banner?
is. I figured you guys would start a fight at some point and gave room for that, but you've been on your best behavior, and I don't know how to fill the time.
I mean, I
I'm
want
sorry,
to
Luke.
explode.
Would you like me to throw hands with Lilo?
Please don't. I love Leela.
No,
Please do.
don't!
Can I
Fucking,
I
I've
throw
already
hands
with
embarrassed
Bradley?
myself in front of her. Don't make my
No, I
seem like...
do have an idea for once we've seen the dorms. I just when we were planning on filming this double episode, I expected Hannah to be here, and we can't start
Right.
the next episode without her, so I have to fill time a bit.
Sick. All good.
Understood.
Lilo goes this way, and they lead you to a much friendlier area of this. You have no idea how big this building is. It seems enormous. Someone's probably put it under a spell, like the TARDIS. It's ridiculous. And they
That's
lead you
cool.
to a nice part of the building, and in that building is and down an elevator, yeah. And suddenly you're underground, and it's very clean. obviously going for a minimalistic feel for this entire place, and sitting there is a train, and they go, hop in. It's like
A train.
yeah, it's like one of those bullet trains in Japan. It's a bit smaller, but it's got a cool nose shape, and it's very fancy. It's not a
Is
choo-choo
it like
train.
the Hello Kitty Shinkansen?
I can't remember. But Ed, you know when we went from Tokyo to Nozawa?
Yeah.
On the
One of
bullet
those.
train? Yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
those. It's a very fast electric train. And they go, hop in. Our dorms aren't actually at the main office because that would be weird. But they're not that far, especially if you've got this train. If you don't, it's a long walk. And they step
Okay.
onto the train, and there's like little booths with nice, comfortable black and white and I don't know, light blue. I haven't figured out what the aesthetic of this place is yet, apart from minimalistic. So it's pretty and it's comfortable. And they go,
All we need to know.
it's like a 2-minute ride. I can get you drinks if you want. And they
I'm
pull
I'm
out their
actually-
phone and start texting someone.
I'm good actually for drinks. I'm just chilling.
Okay, you guys have a 2-minute train ride. Start chatting. Lilo actually looks at their phone and it starts ringing, and they say, "Sorry, I have to take it. It's Jade," and leaves to
Okay.
go get some privacy. And
I
you guys are
turn-
alone on this train.
I turn to my team and go, okay, does this seem low-key a little too good to be true for anyone else?
Yeah, I'm kind of getting signals from Ame that I probably shouldn't be putting that much of my life under this mysterious company's control.
Okay, well, we don't have to room with them. You can move into my place and we can split the rent if you're still worried about your uncles.
Oh, I love my uncles, and I mean, if I did tell them about Ame and stuff, they would be cool with it, but I just don't want them to get hurt.
It's hard to keep them at risk, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but for now I think I'm okay, thanks.
Alright. Well, I'm not certain I want a dorm here either, to be honest, because I don't know about how much control over my life I'm planning to give these people.
That's valid.
What are you thinking, Aga?
Yeah, because you live in the countryside, don't you? Didn't you say
I
that
do.
before?
I'm just here to find a scholarship, but I mean, there's not really much there for me.
Do you live with anyone else?
I live with my adoptive family, but things
Oh,
have
and they
been a
still
little
don't know where you are.
They know I've left, but I kind of ran away
Oh,
because shit got rough.
Oh,
and
I'm
I'm sorry.
It's okay. They still loved me. I just needed some space.
It would be quite a long commute if you were.
Do you have
having-
anywhere to stay?
I haven't thought about that, but probably I might use the dorms. I'll use the dorms so that everyone else.
I have a
You could-
spare room
you
in
could
my
stay with-
apartment.
You could stay with me. We could all mass commute to an apartment. That could be fun.
That would actually
That'd be
work.
cute.
Consider half of us are broke uni students.
Yeah, but it would be easier to pay with several people, wouldn't it?
And if we're getting sweet paychecks from these guys, then
Mm.
Okay.
Let's-
Lilo comes back and they go, "We're here, I think. Sorry if I interrupted anything, but it's a train. You can't, control it. Let's get off." And the train slows down and opens up, and you are in a more quiet part of the city. It's not like tightly packed like the center city with the skyscraper was. And it, everyone who's been to nationals, that stupid place we stayed at,
like the cabin.
the cabin. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that, but more expensive.
Ew.
It's like a cross between that and an old person's home. There's a lot of huts and buildings, and Lila goes, "Well, technically, this is the place where we give housing to some of our clients who are independent enough to not need 24/7 care, but need time to get on their feet. So you'll kind of have to fit in with them. That will be the excuse for you staying here, so we don't have to explain why we have some random houses. You won't, of course, be taking houses away from people. It's usually empty, but we just want this many in case. But these are the dorms, and you can have your own. You'll probably be sharing a room if I'm being honest. But they have their own rooms, or you can bunk together, and they've got their little communal space and a little kitchenette and a bathroom, obviously, and they're free. So, free housing. And everyone doesn't ask questions here. It's kind of rude to ask a sick person why they're here, So you'll be left alone if that's what you want.
Cool. Sure. That sounds cool.
And as you look around, there are quite a few people here. Most of them have
the squid lady.
There is a girl in a wheelchair, and she's got a normal human looking body, except it's kind of transparent and not moving correctly, and she's kind of wheeling herself around. There's some people with
That's cool.
Most of them you seem to have animal parts, but a few of them, one guy is just covered in spines. One girl looks completely normal, but you would assume she's not in some way.
Mhm.
And they're just kind of chatting, playing doing jigsaw puzzles, playing chess, reading, enjoying the sun because it's sunny. Most of them are on their phones.
Just vibing.
And it's quite
People these
secluded
days.
and rather empty right now. You have a feeling the amount of people staying here influxes a lot. Changes.
Fluctuates.
Yes, that's the word. And yeah, it's a pretty nice place. There's some gardens. There's one big, what you would assume is like a community hall, but a lot of small, neat, comfortable-sized houses, which you assume are the dorms scattered around.
That's very nice.
And Lila goes, well, you don't have to decide immediately if you want to, but if you want to stay here, just probably tell me. To be honest, I'm kind of your official liaison person, representative. I kind of do everything around here for Jay and Judy. Personal intern, organizing the teams, giving the tours. I don't mind it. It's actually really fun. And you get to know all the secrets
nice.
that everyone else has had their mind wiped from. So that's also cool. But
Ooh, sounds interesting.
What are you studying?
Oh, I'm doing biomechanics. This is kind of
Ooh,
Fascinating.
it's I'm trying to look and combine it with an engineering degree, but they are paying for my PhD, and so I figured I'd get that first.
ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh, we have similar interests. I don't say that out loud. That's weird.
Okay. And the smell and go, well, I have to go. Judy was a little upset. She blew something up again, and I have to figure out what's wrong with her blown up thing. She does this a lot. But if you need to get back to the skyscraper, you can get the train, or you can just leave from here. I'm assuming you all know where the skyscraper is compared to where you live. Usually we're a lot nicer getting people back, but this is kind
How
of
good is the?
an emergency.
Sorry, this is an
Yeah?
out of character question, but how good is the public
It's-
transport in the city?
They do mostly trains, like Japan, and buses. There's not really any
Oh, yeah.
taxis or Ubers because no, there isn't. But it's
So, like, I
Yeah.
can take the subway back to my house.
it's quite cheap,
Okay, cool.
and I mean it is public transport, but it's not bad.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing us around, and since we've got these nifty rings,
Yeah,
you'll be
I'll
able to
usually be
contact
the
us
one
when you need.
calling you or answering if you call, just because I've got
Good
my
to
own
know
ring,
I'll be
and
hearing
they
a familiar
hold up
voice.
their right hand, and on their pinky is an identical ring. So we'll be playing telephone whenever we talk. And their phone
Good to
buzzes
know I'll
again,
be
and they're
hearing a
checking. And go, oh
familiar
shit!
voice.
I really need to go. Bye. It was great meeting you all. Please don't
Okay, well,
get your memories wiped. You're all pretty cool. And they run off.
nice to meet you,
And
then we leave. Okay.
you're
Um,
in the dorm place. There's still some people milling around, kind of ignoring you. You could. I'm
right.
assuming you guys know this city, and that is where we're going to end episode 1.
I mean,
Spooky. This note is for me, so I
Episode
know where to split
I
it.
have a
Yes,
question.
Edward.
episode 2.
Yes, Ed?
Is
If
there
this
a
is
cat?
about the cat,
There are no
Any
cats. There
cats?
is a parrot, but no cats.
Damn it. Parrot.
Yeah.
a parrot.
They
You
don't
stop
talk to the
introducing
parrot?
animals to us.
I want to talk to the parrot.